It's Corporate Greed Day. Again.
Unexpected item in bagging area. Please remove item from bagging area. You have 10 seconds to comply.
Lots of unexpected items in bagging area. Because I have low impulse control. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by every single manufacturer on this list. Don't leave. I own all these things, personally. I use them all in my personal life, and I wouldn't recommend them to you if I didn't. So I want to show you every single thing, and you now have an opportunity to own my exact smart home for Black Friday. Let's do this. Let's do this. First up then, don't buy Philips Hue. Please don't buy Philips Hue. Please don't buy Philips Hue. Why would Govee exist? Why would you do that? Every year, Philips sit there in their little Amazon store with their little fishing rods just hooking in unsuspecting victims with their very temporary low prices, doing a spot of fishing for jumps. And every year, more of us get suckered into that very expensive ecosystem. You don't need to. I have literally got Govee all over my office. Like, literally, it is all around me. These light strips back here are Govee. This rope light behind this sign is Govee. This table lamp 2 here has JBL speakers in it, and that is Govee. This Govee glide under my window is Govee. And a whole bunch of stuff in the house too. And of course, they've got loads of discounts on for Prime Day, and I shall link those in the description, but I really wanted to highlight this because I didn't even know it existed. Oh, I can't believe it exists! Finally, Govee do a HDMI sync box. Did you know this was? Why did no one tell me? Apparently this has been around for a while. This is Govee's equivalent to the Philips Hue HDMI sync box, and it monitors all the signals coming in from one thing and then sticks them into the TV while simultaneously lighting the back of the TV up. This is so good. It is so ridiculously accurate, and although Govee for a long time have done camera-based versions of these, this is the first time I've had my hands on a HDMI version, and I immediately stuck it to the back of my telly. There are still reasons to buy a camera-based version. If, for example, you don't want to plug anything in and you want to rely on your TV's internal Google OS to watch Netflix and that sort of thing. If you're happy to use a Fire Stick, the HDMI sync box accuracy is insanely good, and it's so fast to respond that I personally HDMI sync box all the way. But if you prefer the camera-based version, the T2 that I saw at IFA was phenomenally good. If you're interested in buying either of those products, the links are in the description. Now, here's actual footage of all the Philips Hue fanboys on the way to my comment section to tell me they still prefer the Philips Hue HDMI sync box because it just works. If you have a Philips Hue lamp and a Govee LED strip and an Aqara contact sensor and God knows how many other providers, and you're thinking, I want all of those things in one app, but I also want to be able to control one of those things using another manufacturer's thing, then you could use Home Assistant and, have to regrow your virginity in the process.
Bespoke configuration.yaml files!
Because that's what it takes. Raspberry Pis and plenty of virginity. Well, then you could instead get yourself a HOMEY hub. I reviewed these guys on my channel recently, and basically, they aim to do all of those things without the pain and effort. Really, really good system. I use one in this room, actually, to control a lot of my stuff, including the limited number of Philips Hue things I own. They've got 12.5% off their entire range at the moment, and this includes the HOMEY Pro Mini. I'm going to be reviewing this soon, but basically it brings the price down, the initial outlay for the HOMEY stuff, dramatically. This is a really low price comparatively speaking, and it's even lower for Black Friday. It has 12.5% off right now, and yeah, your other half will never find out. Just do it. just buy it. I would. She's behind me again, isn't she? Whichever HOMEY hub you get, they all work with Philips Hue's products directly without the hub. So if you were looking to get out of Philips Hue's ecosystem and you still want to use their lights, you could connect them directly to the HOMEY Pro or the HOMEY Pro Mini. Get out while you can, before they release another hub. Interest anybody in a Philips Hue Hub Pro? It's in no way identical to the last one. Completely different. Switchbot are another company that I have all over my house. I've got the Switchbot Hub 3 sat right now on my desk controlling my aircon, amongst other things. Their roller shade, which we use in Theo's bedroom. Their Switchbot lock, which is on my office door. And all of these things are on discount right now for Black Friday, and there are links in the description, amongst a whole bunch of other stuff. Nothing from their weapons cabinet though, apparently.
Hello everyone, I'm Lena, product marketer at Switchbot.
Switchbot have a weapons cabinet. Make that a meme. Hashtag Switchbot have a weapons cabinet. Also on discount is their Switchbot video doorbell, which you can go and check out here. Am I doing that right? Somewhere, wherever there's a squirrel, there's always a squirrel. Here's pointing at a link to the review that I did for the Switchbot video doorbell, and it is really, really awesome. Probably the best on the market if you're looking for a battery-powered doorbell right now, because it is instantaneous. But the thing I am most excited about right now is this. This is an e-ink picture frame, and it's the actual future, and I'm not joking. You wouldn't use it to stick your family photos in, I don't think, because it doesn't reproduce them in quite the same way as a nice glossy phone screen does, because it's using tiny little dots to make the image. But what it does do is sits on your wall without a power supply. It's got a battery in it, and the battery lasts for like 2 years plus, I think, if you're not overusing this thing and constantly changing the pictures in it. But you can have it so it sets on a schedule and constantly changes between several photos. I'm not sure the exact number. I've asked Switchbot. I don't think it's loads, but you can stick art in this thing and never have to worry about getting a power supply to it, because it's battery powered and lasts a very long time, because it's basically printing those pictures every single time you stick a new photo in. And it looks more like art. It doesn't have that annoying glossy effect. It looks like paper in a frame, and when you turn the lights off, there's nothing there. It's like an actual proper photo frame. I'll be doing a full review of this thing soon, but if you want to get it cheap, get it now. Links to that and all Switchbot's Black Friday deals in the description. Very exciting. Next. So RANVOO make the neck collars that I've shown on the channel before. They're like proper air conditioning fans, and they blow me away. I don't want to do this anymore. But they're genuinely helpful. I'll link those. They have not even sponsored for that, but I'll link that in the description, because I've had so many people say it's changed their lives. If you suffer medically, those neck collars are amazing. But they've also sent me this AirJet electric toothbrush this time, which I've never used. I should probably have used it before Black Friday. This is the sequel to the AirJet toothbrush. This is the AirJet 2. And yeah, I really like the AirJet. Well, I have used the AirJet 1, so this is the sequel to that one, and yeah, exciting. I shall have to let you know how I get on with that, but that's linked in the description if you're interested. One thing I have tried is they've sent me this mite vacuum. I've never seen anything like it. Check this out. This is insane. So this is, I'm genuinely blown away. I was just, I thought I'd just use it on this. This is my sofa in the back of their room. I've never thought about how much crap might be in here, but watch this little thing. Look at that. That's insane. How is it doing that? Well, there you have it, kids. If you're a sufferer of allergies, buy this. Seriously. Huh. I didn't know that was in there. All of that's in there. Oh God, what's in my bed? I'm going to use that as soon as I get in the house. So I have to read this out. Up to 35 kPa dual suction system, which is obviously incredibly powerful. Sextuple tech? Is this where my OnlyFans account begins? So it's using UVC to try and sterilize the mattress as it goes. It's got a high-frequency beating system, 65 degrees Celsius heating to aid in mite/egg inhibition on fabric, and ultrasonic waves to further inhibit mite growth. Okay, I'm now using this every day of the week. If you're interested in any of those things, the link's in the description.
Those deals would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those darn kids.
Aqara have so many deals on at this time of year that you could probably get most of my smart home. So I have their light switches in my house and their presence sensors in my house. They are kind of like my primary smart home functions because they turn lights on and off in rooms as I go in and out between the light switch and the presence sensor. But because I also use Home Assistant, you could use Amazon Alexa if you wanted to using routines, I can have the FP2 presence sensor turn off anything that is smart. So I have it turn off things like lamps, I have it turn off things like TVs. You could, if you want to, have it stop music as you left the room. If a room becomes empty, have an Amazon Alexa routine that turned off Spotify. The FP2 that I use all over my house is currently 25 quid off, so grab a load of those, seriously. But they've also got discounts on things like their brand new W600 radiator thermostat and their multi-presence sensor FP300, which you could use in a bathroom because it's battery powered. Super exciting stuff. There's also the Aqara ceiling light T1M, which is the thing you see here all the time. It's one of my favorite things ever. I love it. You can have a cold white or a warm white, and you can have it transition throughout the day. It's all automated, and of course it works in Home Assistant directly because it's Zigbee. And the little LED ring around the edge, super sci-fi. Red alert. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley. I'm such a nerd. The biggest discount on this absolutely epic list of discounts, though, is Aqara's Smart Lock U200. It's currently got 37% off, and that's an absolute bargain. Go check them out. These next deals are more surprising than that time that Luke Skywalker found out that R2-D2 knew everything from the beginning, including who his dad was, and just decided not to tell him. Roborock, so I use the F25 Ace in my house ever since I did the review for them, and it is banging. Is that what the kids say still? Is that still cool?
How do you do, fellow kids?
We use it all the time, and the discounts are insane right now. So the discounts are like hundreds of dollars off. So let me tell you about, they've sent me 2 vacuums to test out, specifically for Black Friday, which is lots of work, but free vacuums and upgrades to the one that I've already got. It's actually really pretty, look at that. So the F25 range of vacuums is like 20,000 pascals of suction plus. It's actually 22,000 pascals for the Roborock F25 Ultra, which is now going to be my mainstay forever. But all these things clean right up to the edges of your walls. They all have jaw scrapers for cutting any hair that they pick up to stop entanglement. And they all lay almost completely flat to get under furniture, thanks to their Flat Reach 2.0 technology. Some of the F25 series feels like it's got actual power steering because, I mean, at least in the Ultra's case, it actually has power steering. So Roborock pioneered something that they call Slide Tech 2.0, and it really does move with your wrist. You make the slightest turn and it actually turns the thing, and it makes it a joy to use. So this is the Ultra, and it apparently has steam cleaning. That is a rubber mark on the floor off one of my pieces of equipment that just doesn't come up. So yeah, let's see if steaming it gets it up. Oh! It's getting it. I think it's getting it. I think the steam must be coming out now. Oh, I can see steam! No, it's getting it. Let's get it out. Oh, it's going. I think it's gonna get it. It's gone. And this is going to be great because I have a little monster that lives with us. You know, when you have a kid, you basically invited a wild animal into your home. That, and all of the vacuums in this range clean themselves in their base station and then dry themselves when they're finished using 90 degrees Celsius of high temperature self-cleaning. The GT has a discount of 100 American doll hairs, bringing it down to under 200 American doll hairs, and the Ultra has a massive $300 off. Seriously, go check the links in the description. Whoever cleans your house will thank you. I clean it. It's me. I'm the one that cleans our house. She's not even really here. That's from weeks ago. I just used some clever editing technique. Anyway, on with the show. Reolink, I have so much of their stuff around this place because they make the best security cameras on the planet, specifically if you're a massive Home Assistant nerd. Yes, that's back, because it's funny. So, they got huge discounts again. I'm just looking at them in front of me. I'm not staring at your crotch, I promise. The TrackMix PoE, I have the TrackMix Wi-Fi version monitoring my shed. That's currently got a 30% discount on their main website. The Duo 3 PoE watches my driveway. That thing is absolutely awesome, and that's got a 30% discount. The E1s that I have all over the interior of my house, again, because they're properly local and you can shut them off from the internet if you want to and make sure that they're only recording to your premises. Those things have a huge discount and they're selling for like 21 quid each, which is minuscule amounts of money for a 4 megapixel camera. And a whole bunch of others. Atlas PT Ultras, which I've reviewed on this channel. The TrackMix has been reviewed on this channel. Their NVR, they've got 30% off an NVR setup, which has got a whole bunch of cameras with it if you wanted to get all-in-one packages. Oh, and the Elite Floodlight Wi-Fi. I don't know why I'm pointing. I don't have this one. The Elite Floodlight Wi-Fi cam I did review on this channel and I gave to a close friend because I was already satisfied with the Duo 3 that I have monitoring the driveway as it is. That thing is absolutely awesome and has 50 quid off. 50 quid off. English pounds, America. 50 English pounds.
A pound is a measurement of weight, not a currency, you dumb idiot Brit idiot moron!
Yes, a currency. A currency, not weight, a currency. English pounds. And you know, I only prefer the Duo 3 because I'm a child of the 80s and it reminds me of Short Circuit. I have two projectors in my house. One is by AWOL and the other is by Valerion. And it's the same company that make both. It's because they make the best projectors on the planet. The AWOL division is their ultra short throw projectors and the Valerion side is their long throw projectors. And these guys have got discounts on both and on the screens too. I also have an AWOL screen. So I basically have nothing but AWOL and Valerion in my house. The AWOL screen is absolutely awesome. And they've got... Hang on a minute. I had to check that was real. They've got literally 2,700 doll hairs worth of money off of some of their bundles and $600 and $700 worth off of some of their projectors, which is ridiculous. So one of those projectors is the Vision Master Pro 2. I reviewed that a little while ago, and people are still saying this is the best bang for buck projector on the market right now. Ask Rob from the Hookup. Me and him are best friends. That wasn't AI. But Rob is the projector guy. If you go watch his YouTube videos, he compares everything side by side using scientific instruments, and he is saying that that is the best bang for buck projector on the market right this moment. And it's got a massive discount on it. So seriously, go hit the links in the description, get some AWOL and or Valerion stuff in your life. I promise you won't regret it. Best projectors ever. So I'm finally getting around to looking at Shelly stuff again. I just met them at IFA like a month or two ago, and I had no idea just how sexy some of their stuff has become. Cue the sexy music. They showed me their wall display XL while I was out there, and... Pull from the past. The script here says pull sex faces. Is that the best you could do?
Yes, that's the
You write that. You come here and write these jokes. Pull sex faces. Go on. That's it. Dance, puppet. Loser. Is that what you had in mind? Hate that guy. And this is a light switch replacement that not only had a Home Assistant dashboard running on it, but also had Shelly's own dashboard running on it. But it had a built-in relay switch and 4 customizable buttons, making it easily the sexiest light switch replacement I've seen so far, especially if you're into Home Assistant. Obviously, you'd need a neutral wire at the light switch for this, but if you got one, seriously, this is this is the one to get. So hot. So hot. Sex faces. Dance, puppet. Shelly have got up to 60% across a very large range of products, and that includes things like their Gen 4 Matter-enabled 2-channel 2PM smart switch, their power strip sockets, which again are Matter-enabled, meaning that they work with Apple HomeKit as well as Amazon Alexa and Google Home, and I noticed in their marketing material that it just works.
It just works!
Their dimmer Gen 3, which sits behind your existing dumb light switch and turns it into a smart dimmer, and the sexiest smart door lock I think I have ever seen, which they've called LOQED, which I don't know what that stands for. Oh, locked. I see what they did there. And that thing just recognizes the proximity of your phone and automatically unlocks the door if you touch the little plate on the front, which is nuts. I love that. And finally, this smart radiator thermostatic valve, which comes with a very small dongle.
That's what she said.
Stop it. Small dongle. This thing is Wi-Fi to your router, but Bluetooth to the little TRVs, which means that you can have a smart radiator and control your central heating one radiator at a time using Amazon Alexa and Google Home and, of course, Home Assistant.
Home Assistant! Home Assistant! Home Assistant!
And, of course, do scheduling in the Shelly app too. Smart TRV, tiny dongle. That's what she said. If you spend more than €300, whatever a euro is, you get a free Shelly plug, and the links are in the description. Go check them out. I have Norwell Robovacs all over this house. I have one in this room. I have one in the gym in the upstairs of my house. I have one in the downstairs of my house. I might be sat on one. They're everywhere. They're literally coming out of me. There's one. I famously liked the first one so much that they sent me for review that I immediately contacted them afterwards to place an order for a second one for my upstairs. That's how much I love Norwell Robovacs, and they're just getting better. They've sent me now a Freo Z10 Ultra, which they're calling their flagship model, which is the same one that I've got running downstairs in my dining room currently, which does all the twerking to get into the corners of my kitchen and my dining room. But this one does exactly the same thing, but also can actually slide its mops out into an outward position to get even closer into the corners and to do so more efficiently. It's also 18,000 pascals, which is ridiculous because the old one was only 12,000. And this one now recognizes 200 objects instead of the previous one's 120. So I've been begging Norwell to send me their Black Friday price list in advance of making this video, and they've literally, whilst I'm filming this episode, just sent them to me. So the email says, and this is preposterous, the Freo Z10 Ultra, which bearing in mind is their flagship, has $500 off. This will be the cheapest flagship vacuum you ever purchase. They've also got deals on the Freo Z10, which is not the Ultra, which has got... what is that? It's another $500 off. I'm trying to do the math. Paul from the future can do the math. This amount. The Freo X10 Pro? I'm not good at maths. The Freo Pro? That's 203. Some prices here in front of you. That's how much is off. But this does make their Freo S under $240. If you were ever looking for a Norwell Robovac, now is the time to buy one, and the links are in the description. Norwell have also stepped into the wet and dry vacuum market, the little stick vacuum things, and they showed me these things at IFA. They've got like a little pair of scissors that goes along and clips the hair out afterwards when you stick it in its base station. completely and utterly mental. Again, those are on discount right now for Black Friday too. Go check those out. And finally, LinknLink. Whereas I use the Aqara FP2 presence sensors in my house, and they are absolutely awesome, if you're a major Home Assistant nerd, I have the LinknLink eMotion Ultra at the back of this room controlling this one. Behold, the majesty of Blue Tack. Basically, the Aqara FP2 is awesome if you kind of want to do the Amazon Alexa thing or want to use Aqara's own ecosystem. The LinknLink presence sensor is much better for getting straight into Home Assistant because it is MQTT. If you're a Home Assistant nerd, you know what that means already. If you're not a Home Assistant nerd, buy the Aqara FP2. The eMotion Ultra has a whole bunch more stuff built into it for Home Assistant nerds to get their teeth into, including a built-in infrared blaster, which is insane on its own. This thing is basically a tiny smart home hub for under 50 quid. It's got a built-in temperature and humidity sensor. All of these things are advertised to Home Assistant via MQTT, and it's so much easier to use than using a Broadlink RM4 Pro, for example, if you're wanting to turn your TV on and off using Home Assistant, or in fact using Amazon Alexa or Google Home, because it does have skills for that too. And I've done some nuts stuff with this in this room because, as I say, it does zone monitoring. If I walk over to that sofa, it switches the TV over to Netflix. It's that level of cool. If you're into Home Assistant, seriously, these are the ones to get, and they're also doing an infrared blaster on its own, even cheaper if that's all you wanted. If you just want an infrared blaster that works in Home Assistant, or in fact works with Amazon Alexa or Google Home, you can get that even cheaper. The discounts are in the description, as with everything else. Have I missed anything? If you know of any good Black Friday deals, let me know in the description. But I mean, this was a pretty long video. I think I covered every single Black Friday discount there is in the world. This video was brought to you by these amazing people. They're my patrons. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do this for a living. If you want to be one, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks, and my Instagrams, and my TikToks, and my threads. Come and hang out there. We can be best friends. See you next time.